Hello, I'd like to welcome everybody to this tutorial on creating a Windows media file or media video for your website. And naturally, I like to use Notepad as my tool for developing the code. I like to do it by hand, and it makes it a lot easier for you so that you will understand what's going on as I'm doing this, instead of using a tool such as Dreamweaver or Visual Studio to build the website. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to click on Start, Run, and type in Notepad and bring up a window here. This window is actually going to be where I'm going to code my web page. So we want to start off with HTML. Now HTML is not case sensitive. Okay, so let's do a close tag, and then in between HTML let's do our head tag. This will contain our head and our close tag for our head, and in between that we'll have our title. So let's do our title and our close tag for our title, and let's put in here embedding Windows Media Video. Now the code that I'm going to show you right now could either be a Windows Media Video file or a Windows Media Audio, so it could be either one. Okay, let's kind of straighten this out. Alright, now is our body tag. Our body tag is what's going to contain the body of our web page. Okay, and so if I were to display this right now, you would see a blank screen. Now the first thing that we want to do is create an object tag. Now the problem that we have right now is I haven't showed you the video. Now what I've done here is I've created a video that I use for preaching and uploaded into my YouTube, and it's called Be Careful How You Hear. And what I've done is I've put it in Windows Media Player, and bring that up real quick, and I've converted that into a very small file. So I'll show you what I've done here, and I'll just hit next. So I set it up for video for a Pocket PC, and you have a lot of other options here that you can choose from. And if you look down here, you see that the size is 208 by 160 pixels. And then what I did, once I've saved that, I dragged it into the file here, and then I also uploaded into my server, and I'm going to give you the path so you'll be able to see that. Okay, and so basically you have to upload the file onto your server. Once you get onto your server, then you will have a location on your server that you can code into, or HTTP or URL that you can code into your page. So as I'm building this or writing this code, I wanted you to see that because we're going to address that in a moment. Okay, so what we want to do is put an object tag in here. We have our opening and our closing object tag, and let's give it an ID. Let's give it the ID of Media Player. Okay, and let's give it a width. Now remember, my video was 208 by 160. You have to compensate for the player head, or the controls for fast forwarding, stopping, and so forth. So with our width, we're going to have it at 208 because that's what we had saw there. And let's make our height. We're going to add 160. We're going to add 50 pixels to our player, so our player will fit in there. So that come out to about 210. Alright, now our class ID is something that is specific to the Windows Media Player version. We're going to use the Media Player version 6.4 control, and that's if you ever look in your registry for your Windows XP, you'll see things like this. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and paste it. I'm not going to type the whole thing because I have this already written out. Okay, and this is the class ID for this particular Windows media player. Okay, and let's put a standby in so that way if it takes a long time for the video to load, we send a message back to the people who have clicked on our video on our website. Oops, spelled that wrong. Okay, and let's give it a type, and the type that we have is that it's an, and you have to have this, application /x only object. Okay, you don't want to miss that, and you also want to have your code base in there as well. Okay, now you don't have to have all this code in here. There's another way that you can do this, but what this does is this prevents people from using older players or using a specific player. It keeps them right there, so if they don't have the player, then it won't play. Okay, the next thing, now what I've done is this is the open tag and the close tag for this. Okay, now in between the object tag we're going to have our parameters here, and what I'm going to do is paste the parameters and discuss those parameters to you. Okay, the first parameters I'm going to paste in there for my code is the auto start. You're telling your video to start when it first loads, and then you're giving it a another parameter called name, and this is the value or the path where my video is located. Okay, and let's add some more, and this is the embed. Now I've been able to get video to play successfully just by putting this embed tag in there, but I don't recommend that you do that. Okay, so the type, here we go with application. It's an ActiveX control called media player 2, and this is the path again, just like up here, to my video, and we got the same height and width. That's the width and the height that we have up top here. Okay, one is for the video player, one is for the video itself. Okay, and naturally here's our tags here. Alright, and we're done with this. So when I save this, I want to save this as, oh, let's put it on our desktop, index.html. Okay, save it. If I move this, I'm going to just drop it down, minimize it, and unfortunately I can't get to it because this is in the way. Let's move that up. Okay. Alright, so when I open this up, I'm going to bring my browser over here so you'll actually see it. Okay, move this over a little and launch this, and there it is. Okay, and you may be able to hear it, not certain. Okay, and you can use the scrub here to scroll across your video. You can stop it, fast forward, stop it, play it. It's pretty neat, huh? So you can do the same thing with your audio files, and all you will need to do is just have the player visible. So you can name it whatever size you want in terms of the height and any width you would like. Okay, and so if you do have a video and you just want the audio to play, then just resize the player to just only show, and that way your video is hidden. And that's it for this tutorial. If you enjoyed this, please leave comments and I will respond to your comments, and go ahead and rate this video. Thank you.